Do hydraulic pedals actually make you faster on the simulator? In this video, I'm going to talk about the reasons why you want to upgrade yourself to hydraulic pedals and how they're going to make you faster when you swap over to them and put these on your simulator versus maybe the potentiometer or even some of the load cell pedals that are out there on the market. What's going on, you guys? It's Lawrence from Sim Coaches, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today's kind of interesting because I want to come back and I want to talk to you guys again about our hydraulic pedals. I've been getting a bit of questions about what makes our hydraulic pedals so special, what makes them different from the other hydraulic pedals that are out there on the market, because there are some other competitors that you might be looking at, and why hydraulic pedals are actually really so much different from a load cell pedal. What makes them feel different, and what actually does the feeling really feel like? So I want to cover that with each one of you guys and tell you why Sim Coach's P1 Pro pedals are the hydraulic pedal to choose if you're looking to upgrade to hydraulic at any point. All right, you guys, look, I'm gonna make this really short. You already know what I'm gonna talk about, the steering wheel. We're in launch month. We're just a couple weeks away from when we actually launch this thing. So if you're not on our exclusive text list yet, then you need to send me a text, WHEEL, W-H-E-E-L, to 702-246-2295. And guys, I'm gonna get you on the list so you can know the details about the steering wheel before anybody else. We have an extremely limited quantity of these available. That's going to be a special edition that you're going to want to make sure you're part of. It's badass, I promise you that. So text WHEEL, W-H-E-E-L, to 702-246-2295, and I'll get you guys on that list. All right, I'm looking forward to your text. Now, if you're not familiar, the Sim Coach's P1 Pro pedals are fully hydraulic. They have a master cylinder right here on the back with our Sim Coach's proprietary slave cylinder on the side. This thing is amazing because it has 3 times the seals over our competition that keeps it from leaking. It keeps all the fluid in the inside of this cylinder. We have our bevel springs right here on the shaft for the hydraulic cylinder with your adjustable knob right there on the front. Now, on the side of the pedal, the heim joint can go in either one of these 2 positions, and that basically just gives you a little bit of a difference in leverage, or how much leverage the pedal actually has when you're pressing down on the pedal arm. And then the only real difference between the hydraulic and, the brake pedal and the clutch pedal is really just the size of the sensor that we put down here on the back, and the springs that are on it. But the hydraulic brake, we put a 1000 PSI sensor, whereas the clutch pedal has a 500 PSI sensor. Fairly simple in its construction, but really mighty when it comes to putting this on your simulator and how it translates to you going faster on the track. Now, the biggest benefit that you will find when you swap over to hydraulic pedals is the amount of confidence that you will gain when you're entering into the braking zones of corners. Hydraulic pedals truly are the end-all be-all, and the only way that we're able to continue to grow and reach more sim racers out there is by you actually subscribing to this channel, liking the video, and leaving us a comment below so that we can keep the YouTube algorithm nice and happy. The brake pedal truly is the one that is the star of the show when it comes to hydraulic pedals. And really where it comes from is because of what we're able to put on the shaft right here to compress. Now, with the hydraulic pressure that is created inside this cylinder, we're creating a lot of force. And because of that, we can put a much stiffer material here on the shaft of the cylinder that gets compressed. Now, what that translates to you underneath your foot is a really realistic compression of a pedal underneath your foot. It's really reliable. It's extremely consistent every single time that you hit the brake. And because of that, you can actually build a really good muscle memory. So every time that you come into the corner, lap after lap after lap, you're going to reliably get to the same pressure every single time because your muscle memory is going to be so sharp. When you put softer materials here on the shaft, you actually don't gain as many benefits when you have stiffer materials. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the pedal has to be stiff to where it doesn't travel a whole lot, but all that it means is that the pedal actually does take some good force for you to compress the pedal. Now, because of that, you will find that you won't actually over brake the car because you'll have to press much harder to get the brake pedal to compress. So building your muscle memory, because you'll actually really start to feel how much force it'll take for you to compress this pedal or press this pedal any given amount every single time you come into the corner, is the reason why you're going to be able to build that muscle memory so fast, why you're going to be able to be so consistent every single lap. And it comes because you're consistently going to be able to press the same amount of force on this pedal over and over and over again because of the feeling that the bevel springs actually give you. Now, you could put bevel springs on other hydraulic pedals. There's really no reason why other manufacturers haven't done it yet. The bevel spring springs are the secret here. These are the things that actually really do give you a whole lot of feel. You do want to use bevel springs over polyurethane bushings, like different load cells use, because the springs right here are exactly what give you the feel of the pedal. So if you're using a polyurethane bushing, the same bushings that you'd find in a load cell pedal, you actually don't have any benefit over that load cell pedal that's using those polyurethane bushings. So I'm telling you, if you're going hydraulic, you want to look into our P1 Pro stuff, because we've done a lot of research. We've tested so many different things right here on the shaft, and it rapidly, I mean, it drastically changes how the brake pedal feels. So the way that we have this thing set up, you're really going to enjoy it. You're going to absolutely love it. Now, another question comes from when you are actually trying to get your hydraulic pedals, do you go the standard route where they're floor mounted, or do you go something like this where you have the inverted setup? Now, it is fairly simple to figure out which route it is that you want to go, but it is highly preference and depends on what it is that you like the most. There are a few things though that could help sway you to be in either your standard pedal set or inverted. If you've noticed when you drive for long periods of time on the simulator, or maybe when you're standing, when you're walking or whatever, that you experience pain in your foot, you have some kind of foot pain, then I definitely recommend that you look into the hydraulic, the inverted pedal set, because you have way more leverage on this this pedal arm, with it being mounted like this and you pressing at the tip of it, versus the standard and you know, having your foot like this and pressing on it right here. So if you experience pain in your foot of any kind, then I definitely recommend that you go with the inverted. We've found huge amounts of benefits for drivers that have different foot issues going with the inverted. Extremely successful actually. So look into that. There isn't one way that's necessarily better than the other, because as you've probably seen in a lot of different cars, there are some cars that have inverted pedals mounted in them, but there's plenty of race cars on the market as well that have standard mounted pedals as well. So it's not like race cars have it one way or the other. It really is just a driver preference thing and what you might actually enjoy more than the next. Now, the one thing you might not have known about Simucube's P1 Pro pedals is these things actually ship with a lifetime warranty. Now, I know that sounds kind of weird because nobody offers lifetime warranties out there on the market, but Simucube, we really do. When you're purchasing your high-end equipment from Simucube, you can have the peace of mind of knowing that this thing is completely covered. Let's say that you run into an issue at some point down the road. You just send us an email, let us know, hey, my sensor in my brake pedal went out, I need to get it fixed. Boom, we'll repair your pedal and we'll get it completely back to working condition for you. Hey, maybe one of the wires stopped working, whatever it is. We've all probably been in sim racing long enough to realize at some points, things do happen. Whether your steering wheel turns off, the direct drive base stops working, your PC has issues, at some point something is bound to happen. And so when you purchase really high-end equipment like this, you want to know that you're completely covered. And at Simucube, we're the only ones that give you guys a lifetime warranty. So really put that in as a piece to think about when you're looking at what kind of pedals to upgrade to, because any Simucube products, doesn't matter if it's our pedals, our steering wheel, the computers, anything that comes out of the Simucube place that has the Simucube name on it ships with that lifetime warranty. Now at this point, we can basically guarantee that you're going to be faster just by swapping over to your pedals. We have so many drivers in our community that have messaged us, that have chimed in to let us know, hey, I simply just swapped my pedals and these things made me go faster. I mean, look at what Dave said right here. Or you can maybe even see what Thomas said when he swapped over to his pedals and he's just had so much more confidence since he's been racing on it. Or maybe you can see this comment here, or this one here, or this one here, this one here, this one here, or this one here. I mean, we can keep on going. At this point, it's not a coincidence. I'm serious when I say that when you swap over to our pedals, the P1 Pro pedals, you will be able to go faster out there on the track. It's real and it's serious. All right, so guys, if you're thinking about upgrading your pedals, it's time to think about the hydraulic route. Simucube's P1 Pro pedals, look into what we have to offer between our lifetime warranty, how these things are constructed with their billet finish. Our Discord community full of drivers that you get complete access to. I mean, there's a lot of things that you guys get. So head over to simcoaches.com, see what it is that we actually have over there offered on the site. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have a great rest of your night. I'll talk to you later. Peace out.